Alrighty, Greg, how's it going, brother?
What's up?
What's going
What's
on,
up? I'm
bro?
doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for coming on the interview. So, for anyone who doesn't know who Greg is, he is actually my 18-year-old, or actually 19-year-old cousin now. So, we've known each other like our entire lives. My family and his family have been very close for a long time. And he happened to kind of be my first ever student, which at the time, this was like a year and a half ago. And I'll have Greg kind of introduce himself and explain the entire story. But he was like my first like OG student, and yeah, it's been like a wild year and a half ever since you started. So I guess first off, for anyone that doesn't know you, just introduce yourself, and then explain how you got started with trading and kind of like, you know,
Yeah,
bring it back a year and a half ago and just talk about like your journey and how you started trading.
yeah. So, like Emmanuel said, my name's Greg. I'm 19. At the time of when I started, I think I was 17. I live in New Jersey, and I used to actually live pretty close to where Emmanuel lived before he moved to Boca Raton. So yeah, I was kind of started getting into it while I was still finishing up high school. I was a senior in high school, and I knew Emmanuel was trading, so I slowly started reviewing his material. He sent me his education, and I was kind of doing schoolwork at the time, and in my free time, I was watching his education. But as soon as school ended, I knew it was time to go all in. So it's pretty interesting. I actually lived I mean, you posted about this, but if they don't know, I used to actually live with Emmanuel for like 3 months, or 3 or 4 months during the summer. So as soon as I graduated, I literally just packed my bags and just moved to Emmanuel's house. And I was just, yeah, I started trading. I set up my monitor right next to his. I was watching him and kind of just shadowing him. And that's where everything kind of started. And from there, it was pretty interesting. I got the in-person mentorship, and it's very similar to how he teaches with everyone. But it was crazy just seeing, like, the first time I watched him trade and just seeing like numbers kind of like print out of thin air. And then as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, this is so sick. That's what I want to do. And then yeah, I just sat next to Emmanuel every day, learning how to trade. He was kind of thinking out loud, so I kind of was just absorbing his thought process, which was really good. And he helped me become like my own type of trader. And he just set out the guideline to what it's like to be a good trader, not only with the actual like teaching and the education that was great, but also the daily routine and the habits of a good trader, of waking up early, drinking coffee, because I don't think you can make money without coffee.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Um,
true.
so yeah, it was overall a crazy experience. And then I was trading for about, I started paper trading, I think for like a month, maybe even less, like 4 weeks, I would say. And then I started trading, and Emmanuel told me to start off with $5 risk. So I started off with $5 risk. I was kind of getting used to the platform, and then I was catching some trades. And I wasn't really making a lot of money because it was $5 risk, but this was like a second month, and then I upped it up to $10 like after a week, and then after a week I upped it up to $20, I think, and then with after like 2 or 3 months of really starting was when I really like saw like how crazy trading really is once I started using like $50 risk. And I remember it was like after 2 months or so of trading, I was sitting next to Manuel, and I had my first like $200 day, and I was like, damn, like I just like made my friends like daily salary who's working at like TJ Maxx. I just pressed like a few buttons and I just made like $200, and that was when I like got addicted. And then yeah, I just continued working, with Emmanuel. He helped me. He, Even when I left school, we would hop on calls, and he would just be like guiding me, and I was kind of shadowing him and just asking him questions. And it's great to have a mentor, because whenever I had like any sort of doubt or question, I didn't have to like search it up on YouTube or like try to figure it out on my own. Like I literally just asked him, and it was answered like immediately. So that really helped with my progress. And then yeah, from there I was starting to make like I became I think profitable. Like by the third month, I was making money, and then I wasn't making a lot, but it was just then I understood what I was doing, and it was just a matter of like scaling how much I risk per trade, and then it kind of was like a snowball effect. And I think like in November, which was what, like May, June, July, or June, July, August, like 5 months after I started, I think I had my first like $4,000 day, which was like crazy. So it was literally within 5 months, and then I mean, yeah, it was pretty simple. Once Emmanuel like laid the framework out, I kind of just followed it, and I don't even think I've had like a losing month since I started, or like after the third month, which was crazy. But yeah, that's kind of like the storyline.
Yeah, no, exactly. It was pretty cool, like especially when you were living with me, because I was also like creating my TikTok. We were both creating our like TikTok accounts and
Yeah,
Instagram and stuff. So we were like on the grind. We were like monk mode, where you were like learning
yeah,
how to trade, and then we were like trying to figure out social media together. And yeah, exactly. Plus, something to also note for anyone listening, when Greg started learning, it was like literally the worst stretch of trading we've seen in like years. And the way that I know that, just because like my first of all, it was the worst stretch I've ever seen in my career. Just not talking about like results, just talking about like just like opportunities and ideas. Like most days, like there was nothing really to trade. And my
yeah.
dad, like even said, like he's been trading for a lot longer. He was like, yeah, like that summer was just worst ever. And then you learned in that environment where I think it was even sooner. Yeah, by November you had your first 4K day, so that also had to be your first 10K month, right? Probably November.
I think so. Yeah,
But I remember you could actually go. For anyone listening, Greg Trades. You can go to his Instagram and he actually like posted screenshot like a story highlight screenshot of his progress and like by the date when he started paper trading, when he started trading with real money, his first $1,000 day, his first $4,000 day. So it goes over kind of his entire like timeline and journey. But you would have seen, I think, way quicker results if it wasn't for the fact it was so slow. I mean, there was
yeah.
like nothing to trade all day. Um, but yeah,
I
like
think yeah,
you
it's
know what I
okay.
mean.
I think it was everything was meant to be because it was kind of like the way I learned was like learning how to drive a car during
Like a
like a
blizzard.
snowstorm,
Yeah.
and then now it's like sunny environment. Obviously, it's better to learn, I'd say, during like a sunny environment, but I kind of like seen the worst of it, and nothing can like phase me. I feel like now after what we went through. I mean, it wasn't like we
Yeah.
weren't making money. It was just like compared to now, it's like day and night.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. So, just for I'm sure everybody really wants to know the numbers. Like so far, how much have you made with trading, or let's say like in the last
Yeah.
like year or 3 months, whatever like the numbers you
I
know.
don't know. I have to like go and check the exact, but I think yeah, in November, I think I did about like 60K or something, maybe more or less, and that was with like me missing some like a really good trading day.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
Uh, and so yeah, that was pretty good. And then like a year ago, I did like 10K in a month, and then no, like in November, and then you fast forward a year later, it's 6x the
yeah.
amount, which is crazy. So yeah, I mean now it's just like I wouldn't say every month is getting better, but like every 3 months, um, my like trading, like the P&L increases. I feel like
Hmm.
every 3 months I check the like overall monthly and like skill, it just like gets bigger, and then yeah, like I'm hoping for next year to have like the first like 100K month,
Yeah.
maybe 2025.
I mean, even in your December, like yeah, November was a really good month for me as well. But yeah, so 60K in, I'm sorry, I meant November. But so yeah, November 60K for you, and then December, it's been slow this month, but I think what are you on pace for
Yeah,
like 30 plus K, probably 30 to 40?
yeah, yeah, I think yeah, so 30, 40, I think. I mean, the month's already, we have 2 more trading days, I think, but yeah, I have to check exactly, but somewhere between 30 and 40, I think.
Yeah, that's
So
sick. I mean, I know because I know you withdrew a lot of money from your account to put into crypto,
yeah,
so that's why it's always hard to like measure. But I think essentially past the 6 month point of your like career, you've been averaging between 10 to 20K, and then like per
yeah,
month, and then both of us like our results, we like both just got like better almost at the same time, like
Yeah.
a lot better because the environment improved and we kind of like focused more on scalping recently. And like our results in the last like 3 months have like really skyrocketed, which is awesome. But so,
Yeah.
what do you think? I mean, at this point, you know, for anyone that doesn't know, Greg actually recently dropped out of school as well. So, can you talk a little bit about that and how, because a lot of people are going to be like, oh, college, you got to go to college, especially like our families were, I kind of against it a little bit, but you made the decision for yourself, which 100% you got to respect. And can you like go over what was your thought process and if you were ever worried about like, oh, I'm not in college, I'm not gonna have a secure degree, because some people think
Yeah.
like day trading is like not consistent, so can you like talk through that
Yeah,
decision?
I mean, there's always people who say, I mean, I just got it from Emmanuel. There's people who say the market changes, or what happens if AI takes over, and all these like, scared like fear thoughts of like whether trading is here to stay. And just based off of like, I don't know if you guys already seen the methodology that Emmanuel teaches, but it's really just like the whole point is that you can adapt to any type of environment. It's not just like one little strategy where it only works. Like the methodology it teaches has so many different strategies to it, like scalping, chart trading, breakouts, swing trading it could be applied to. So there's so many like opportunities, and even when it was a slow environment, like there were still always opportunities. So just knowing like what I know is possible, I just know there's like if I can get good at this and or just even better than this and just be able to adapt to the environments, which I'm confident I can, then I think it's 100% like no um, I had no fear of doing it because I knew like trading is here to stay. Everything we do is based off human psychology. So unless something changes and humans evolve within the next 30 years,
Yeah.
then like I don't see what's stopping us from continuing getting not only doing what we're doing now, but even getting better and making more. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
100%. I agree. No, I have no, like, I mean, I haven't had a losing month in like 4.5 years. Essentially, ever since I like became profitable, like from my like
Yeah.
learning from my dad, because it's very consistent. I've had handful. I think I had like two losing weeks since, which is insane.
Yeah.
I think you the same. I mean, I don't remember the last.
Yeah.
I
I've
don't think.
had definitely I mean when I started I definitely had some more losing weeks and it was hard and sometimes like things happen but like overall like recently just has been pretty consistent, pretty good. um, but yeah, it's just like it's just crazy. It's also like an endless self-improvement journey. I feel like as long it's like if the point of the mentors they like set the foundation and teach you how to like improve. It's like you're going to the gym and you have like a coach who teaches you not only like the form but like how to like get better and how to like get stronger, so then you follow that plan. But if you do it on your own, like there's a lot of things can go wrong. So it's good to have like a mentor, and like Emmanuel kind of set that foundation and then I just followed it.
Yeah. Plus, you were like my first student, so like at the time, I didn't know exactly how to like teach people in the best way to make them profitable as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So you like set the tone, and then after you, and then plus like obviously you have students, and then my other mentorship students, like we like
Yeah.
learned how to teach people almost. Where like to the
And their
point,
results are like even it's crazy.
it's
Like the
insane,
Emmanuel got taught me, which I thought was crazy. He taught me like I was making good money within like 5 months, and I was like, that's insane. But now Emmanuel's like 1 month, 2 months in, sometimes they're just like absolutely like destroying our results. What we had like
crazy.
experienced the first 2 months, it's crazy.
I know
So
it took, bro. I mean, what it took? I don't even know how long did it take you to hit your first like 50K plus month. I mean, a year in, I
yeah,
think. Like, bro,
yeah,
like
like over,
and now there are
yeah,
students that
under.
like I had three students who hit that within their first 5 months. Or I know you, like it's insane. Like I think it just and I mean even I know you have you have students as well that like literally like would within their first couple months like have like a 5K day. Like
Almost
it's
makes you feel bad by yourself. Like when I started, I was like, I thought I was doing well.
Yeah,
What the hell's going on?
I know. I think it just goes to show that like we both like learned how to teach people, and then like the teaching evolves, and then like our strategies evolve to make them easier to understand for beginners and
Yeah.
stuff. But all right, got another question for you. So you're like 19 years old, and you make more money than, I mean, a
There's a lot of
majority,
people.
yeah, a majority
Yeah.
of people. Like how, I mean, you just dropped out of school. Like a lot of your friends, that are similar in age to you, they have like they live like completely different lives. Like they're in college, they're like focusing on like, okay, what am I gonna do after school for work? Like, like how am I gonna make ends meet or whatever? And then like you're like out here just like making ridiculous money at 19 years old. Like how, like what's that like? Like is it surreal? I mean,
Yeah.
obviously like it
Um,
takes a lot of work, but like describe that, like your life now.
it's almost like it's very interesting how like um, I don't know. It was at one point really surreal, especially when like you don't have to hesitate when purchasing something for the first time. That feeling, but now it's kind of like I don't know. I don't even. Now I compare myself to like other kids I know online who are like doing amazingly. So it's like I don't even feel what's the word? Like I'm not complacent. Like I make the money, but I don't. I feel like it's crazy. Now I'm just looking to like how can I get to that next level, and I don't really spend money. I know Emmanuel and I don't know when people will see this, but today is December 28th, so a lot of my money is actually invested in crypto. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I don't know. Like it's very surreal. But then you're always just chasing more, and then what you make just becomes the standard. And so then you're like, I get upset if I like make less the next month, and it's like damn. And then I just work harder. So it's very interesting. But
Yeah, I feel you. Like I feel like a lot of people going into trading, like when you first started, you would have probably been okay with like literally making like 300 bucks a day consistently.
yeah,
And then you like get to that point, you're like, fuck, like I want to make more. And then you want to make more. And like now you're aiming for like 100K month, which like for most people would be like a dream, you know what I mean? So it's like there's levels to it. And then every time you like move up, you just want to like do better and
yeah.
better.
It's crazy. I remember the first 1K day. I think everyone remembers that. I don't know if you remember yours, but I remember
Yeah,
mine,
I do.
and that was just like eye-opening experience. I was like, damn, can you imagine I can do this like every trading day? If I can do this like 20 days out of the month, like damn, like we're balling. And now it's like I have to do this. I mean, like how can I do five a day, 3 to 5? That's like the it's crazy how fast like things change.
Facts. Got a question for you more like on the trading side. Like what do you think was your biggest challenge or hurdle when it came to like learning how to trade? And then how would you say like, I suppose like my mentorship and just like us like living together, working together like helped you like
Yeah,
overcome that?
I think the hardest thing I had to like one of my biggest hurdles was definitely being able to know not only like the strategy itself, but knowing how to switch from like aggressive mode to passive mode. Because I would do like really good one day, and because I was aggressive, and then I would trade super aggressively during a passive time, and that's why I'm kind of thankful I learned during a hard time because that's what it really like helped me understand is kind of like the psychological aspect of like knowing when to be passive and kind of how to sit on your hands. So like when I was trading with the manual, like it was just the little things like it was slow, so manual decided to like go up and like we just went outside. I feel like if I didn't wasn't there, I would just like if I never saw him do that, then I may just be sitting at my desk all day and being aggressive. But he told me like just a little thing of like stepping out of your room and taking a break or just like stuff like that or like clearing your mind. So I think that was really important because now I implement that in my own trading. Like whenever it's slow now, and I would before I would just sit there and continue trading, but now I kind of just like force myself to take a break because that's what Emmanuel does. So it's like those little habits that I picked up on really helped me with trading. Not like it's not just the skill, but it's like what you do in certain situations. Also the trading plan. Like I know how Emmanuel like his mental state. I kind of like picked up on it, just the way he views the market after like when it's slow, and just like what his thoughts are, and him just thinking out loud like it's guys, it's like really slow today. So we're going to, even if like a trade looks good, my mind is more pessimistic just because I notice things aren't following through, and it's okay if I miss out on a good trade just because overall it's slow. So like now I kind of think that same way too when it's slow, and it really helped me like prevent having really like bad losing trades, and just allowed me to kind of switch on and off from being aggressive to passive just by like thinking the same way Emmanuel does, which is like very hard for most people. I think that's one of the hardest things, people like being able to know when to be aggressive and be passive. Also, another thing is um, a lot of people like I've seen like traders on social media, they say that they have like a limit for how much, like how many, like once they make a certain amount they're done for the day. So this goes to like me being aggressive. Like
Hmm.
one thing I learned from Emmanuel is when he's aggressive, like when it's a good environment, he's like aggressive, like gas on the pet, or what's it called, foot
Gas on
on
the
the pedal,
foot on the pedal. Yeah.
foot on the gas, foot on the gas. There's no like, so that allows me to like capture everything when it's a good environment and stay away when it's a bad environment, which is like really difficult to do. But like yeah, Manuel doesn't have any cap on how much he can make, which I think was is really important. So I don't have a cap on mine either.
Yeah. No, 100%. I appreciate it, bro. And yeah, honestly, it's just like a crazy journey. Honestly, it's because it's been like a year and a half, and like now it's just like crazy to think that there's so many people that are now going to be like following in our footsteps, because we like
Yeah.
both like went through the trenches when it was like when, especially when you were starting, like the
Yeah.
my first like 3 years or so, or 2.5 years were like really good. Like I was getting better and better. Then we had that one summer where you started learning. It was still like good, like we made money, but it was just so slow. And like it's been like a year and a half since then. Like so much has changed, so it's just crazy. And like by the way, like follow up on Greg's Instagram too. Greg Trades. His TikTok is Greg Trades. YouTube Greg Trades. So yeah,
Thank you.
it's all Greg Trades. Mine's like a little different, but yeah, it's just a crazy journey. I guess last question. Oh, a few more questions actually. Do you think you're going to trade for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I mean that's something like I I think I'll always be trading some way or another. I don't know if like 25 years from now I'm gonna be doing it like all day every day just because the well, I mean I love trading. It's like super fun. But something I like even more about trading, which I think other people can relate to, is that it opens the doors to other opportunities besides trade. The money allows you to actually start other projects like businesses or investments. Also, like the freedom of time of being able to trade and then like being able to just call it a day and just work on another project of yours. So that's I like trading because it's kind of like it's like the jump starts everything else you want to do in life. So I think I'll always be trading. I don't know if I'm always gonna be like highly active trading. We'll see. Maybe I will be. Maybe I won't. But like that's down the line. But definitely for the next like 10, I think 10, 20 years, like I'm gonna be saucing up the markets.
Yeah. Yeah, I love trading. Like a lot of people don't understand that like we trade not only at this point, like we don't even trade for the money. We trade to just be good traders, and then we make money as a result. And it's just so enjoyable. Like I love
I
stuff.
think the lifestyle,
Yeah.
dude. Not of. And when I say lifestyle, I don't mean like the money and like going on vacations and like buying cars. That's great, but I'm more of the lifestyle of going to sleep at night like excited, or like
Yeah.
waking up in the morning and making your coffee and like feeling the caffeine rush down your, in your mind, and taking that walk with like nature, and like it's like a that's the lifestyle that I like about it, like the routine, and like the just like a, I don't know, the lifestyle of like your mind is like clear, and before the trading doing the gaps list while like listening to music is like something I just enjoy. And then like trading obviously, and then like reviewing the trades and the emotions of being like winning a trade or like losing a trade or being upset. It's like pure dopamine. It's like fun. And I don't know. I love it. I think that's like
Yeah, I love it too. I love it too. We Yeah, no, it's I look forward to trading every weekend, and then like also I love teaching too. I feel like both of us like it's not just
Yeah.
trading, but like we both like I trade with my students, and like it's fun. Like it's like there's a sense of community and family, and like it's a lot. I love teaching, and like I'm sure you love teaching too.
Yeah,
It's just
Manuel's a great teacher. I mean, like some of his, it's crazy because like we talk about it, but we're sometimes it's like genuinely shocking, like how good of a teacher you are when you're
thank
like,
you.
well, I knew they're gonna make money, but I didn't expect them to making like 12K in a day in their like second month.
No, like bro, Rudy is on his third month, and he made like 60K in December. Which I just made an interview with Rudy, so I'm gonna be if you're watching this,
It's
I'll look out for the
crazy.
Rudy interview. That was insane. But all right, last two questions. What was your favorite part in like our mentorship experience together? And if someone was like thinking about potentially joining up in my mentorship, um, or like on the fence about it and is watching this and is considering it, what would you say to that person?
I'd say there's two things. The first thing is that like it's just so like you make trading like simple, which is like pretty rare. I feel like for a lot of people, trading is like pretty what's the word, intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like you're into trading, but the way like you break it down, it really makes it simple and like not necessarily like super easy, but it's simple to understand and everything like whenever you say anything, it actually like genuinely make sense to me, and it was just really easy for me to learn because everything made sense, and also um, besides like the actual trading, but like just being in the community and being able to like talk to people every day who are doing the same thing as you is really sick, and other people who are like doing very well, and you get to talk to them because if you're not like in a trading community, especially like it's like almost lonely. You like trade and then you don't get to talk to anyone because they don't understand it. But like in Emma's room, it was just like we would all like get into specific deep conversations about like trades or stocks, and it was just like really fascinating, and it's cool to just have like everyone like rooting for each other and everyone just like winning together, and it's just like it was just such a good vibe. It was more of like a community too, which is sick.
Yeah,
So those are the two things.
for sure. And what would you say to someone that was, you know, kind of on the fence about it and, thinking about or watching this and considering it? What would you say to someone in that position?
Yeah, I mean, it's like if you just watch like Emmanuel's other testimonials, like these are like normal everyday people who are just like you, and they decided to get out of their comfort zone and take a risk. And these people had jobs or in school, whatever. And you look at their testimonials and you see how fast their lives changed. Like there's not like it speaks for itself. Like there's you've seen it happen. You see other people winning. I mean, you watch Emmanuel's education. Like I'm sure, like just go watch that on its own. It'll once you watch it, you're gonna be like, I've never seen anyone explain something like so well. So you watch that, you see the other testimonials, like it's right in front of you. Like and now it's just a matter of like, are you willing to get out of your comfort zone and actually start like putting the effort in? Because I think literally anyone, I didn't think this before, but now I truly believe that anyone can be successful in Emmanuel's mentorship room, no matter who you are, as long as you just actually put in the effort. That's all it takes. It doesn't require natural talent, it doesn't require any luck. It's literally if you just show up every day and you just ask him questions and like use him to your advantage, there's no reason why you shouldn't like won't succeed, really.
I appreciate that, bro. No, I agree. I mean, I really, I used to also think that like, oh, like you need to be a certain type of person to trade and see success. At this point, going through like this, seeing how students succeed, like anyone could do it. Literally, it just takes, like you said, like effort. And at the end of the day, like everyone needs a coach or a mentor for anything in life. Like you used to play hockey, you had
Yeah.
coaches, like you
I don't
could,
think, yeah.
like you,
Anything I took seriously, anything I actually took seriously and wanted to get good at, I had a coach. Like literally everything. Like I don't school, you have a teacher. sports, karate, you have like an instructor. Music, I had like piano coaches, like always coaches, and there's a reason for that. There's
Yeah.
a reason why coaches exist. And in this industry, you almost have to have one, unless you want to. I mean, you could do it without a coach. Probably will take 100 times longer, and may not end up working because you'll give
Yeah.
up sooner.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts.
But it's it's like you want to speed run
Yeah.
this process because there's no reason why you can't. And I don't like there's a big like the reputation of the trading space online is like, well, trading isn't a get rich quick scheme. It takes a lot of effort, and there's people who say that or there's people who say trading is a get rich quick scheme. It's easy, and there's also people who say it takes you years and years and it's super hard. I think it's somewhere in between. You can find success very very quickly only if you have the right mentor and if you have the right work ethic. It's not easy, but if you put the effort in and you have the right guidance, you honestly can make a lot of money fast. It's like we've
Yeah.
seen it. Like
Yeah. It happened literally.
literally, like I didn't like. I thought it would take like I thought mine was fast. I thought mine was like
Yeah.
holy moly. I found results. Like this is like a get rich. Like I'm making money like fast, like crazy. Like
Five
I
months in
only
is like that's pretty fast considering people go to school for 4 years. Like 5 months,
yeah
anything below a year is like really fast. Let alone 5 months.
yeah.
Let alone like
But
3 months for some people. Like
now people is like what even is going on? Like I don't
literally,
even understand. Like 2 3 months in and they're doing like multiple five figures is just like
it's
it's
insane.
crazy because I noticed all of the students like including me and the other ones, but the one thing they like I think you instilled in them is just like you told them that like if you put that effort in, as long as you put the effort in you'll
Yeah,
succeed.
hundred
I
percent,
got like so
100%. All right, bro. Well, I appreciate you coming on. I think any last things to say? I just want to say thank you, bro. And honestly, like for anyone that doesn't know, me and Greg, like we talk like every day about trading and crypto. Like we're like so we're we're boys. And yeah, follow up on his Insta and TikTok if you're watching this. Greg Trades, just normal spelling. I think there's a Z at the end, so follow him up anywhere, everywhere. I'll tag you. I'm probably gonna post this on Twitter. I'm gonna tag your
yeah.
username too and stuff. So, all right,
Yeah,
bro. Yeah,
yeah. Last thing is, this is forever for whoever made it to the end of this video. Just know this. I'm just a normal person. I may seem like may come off as like oh I'm doing very well at 19, but I'm just like normal.
you,
I go to the gym.
yeah,
I like to watch hockey, and I trade. And if you can genuinely change your life if you actually just like try it. Just try it. There's what's the worst that can happen? Take
yeah,
that risk because I assure you're going to benefit a lot from it. So
100%.
that's
Thank you,
just my
bro.
message.
I appreciate it, bro. All right, well, hopefully we're gonna watch back this interview in a few months together, and
Watch this in like 5 years from now
yeah,
when
like
we're like
facts,
in
yeah.
like some like in like Greece in like
Like
a yacht.
yeah, on a yacht, and a Bugatti, after
Yeah.
crypto and after trading. But yeah, all right, bro. Appreciate it, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and end it.